Welcome. HiSteaksGaming. Age, sex, location. Tell everyone what you are. Tell everyone your preferred things and all that jazz.
Sure. So I tend to have a problem with remembering how old I am from time to time, but I think I'm still 31. Sex, obviously male, if you couldn't tell. I know the long ponytail is confusing, but okay. And I'm in California in the United States, the country that's blowing. Um, what I kind of do is I'm a variety streamer, much like Jord. I do tend to focus on certain games for long periods of time, and it confuses people because they're like, "Oh, you're not a variety streamer." On the contrary, I just kind of play games that I get in the mood for.
He gets
But
addicted.
aside from that, I do get addicted to things, but unlike Jord, I kind of stick to things for long periods of times. Jord kind of will stick to things, but on a schedule. Like every Monday, he'll play a certain thing. Versus me, I get addicted, and I'll be like, "All right, this entire month we're playing this thing."
Yeah.
So
It just
that
it
tends to
slowly
happen with me.
takes over the things that you plan to do.
Yeah, and Tarkov was one of those biggest addictions. I'm actually playing Tarkov again, which really sucks.
Yeah, because you're gonna get
Um,
back into it, and it's gonna mess up your entire schedule of Genshin and
yeah, yeah,
Eternal
that's been happening.
Return. Yeah, it will happen. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's not ramble, Steaks. Jesus.
Okay, well, that's all I
So,
do.
how long have you been on Twitch as a platform? Like, how long have you been on Twitch as a viewer? How long have you been on Twitch as a streamer?
I can't say how long I've been on Twitch as a viewer because I remember it being Justin TV as well. And I have a couple of other accounts that I used
Boomer.
to watch on. Yeah, I'm old. But I have a couple other accounts that I used to watch on and that I go on if I don't want people to know who I am or follow me. So I have that. But as a streamer on this account specifically, I think it's been about 3.5 years, maybe four.
Hard graft, lovely. What's like? Just like dip into your mind. What are a few of the I want maybe like two of the best things that you have seen on Twitch, or things that have happened on Twitch to you, things that you've been a part of on Twitch, or just some of the best moments in Twitch.
Well, okay. Well, this is kind of cheating because it starts on Twitch and it bled into real life. But one of the like most memorable things I would say is just meeting all the people that I have at both the Twitch cons that I've been at.
Mm-hmm.
Is just you've met these people online and built this relationship rapport with them for X amount of years, 2 3 years, so to say. And then when you meet them in person, it's like meeting a long lost relative or family, friends.
Yeah.
And I feel like that feeling of togetherness when meeting people that you haven't really met before, but you kind of know them. That was probably one of the best things. Aside from that, is just growing a community from scratch and just realizing all the hard works that you as a streamer you put in, and you built this thing from scratch essentially. I feel like that's a really big accomplishment as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. 100%. Those are brilliant points. Completely agree with both of them. Um, We've covered that. Okay, so give me three things which you would say are your like core identities. So like your three main things that define or make up you as like a character.
Very bad at games, really dumb,
So we're going like
lewd
actual.
as fuck.
Okay, should we go for like some real ones here? Because you're not bad at games. You're not dumb. You are
Oh,
lewd as you
on the
are lewd as
contrary.
fuck. You are lewd
On
though.
the
I'll give you
contrary,
that.
man. Under when's the last time we played Tarkov together?
I mean, you still carried me when we last played.
Right, but when I'm under pressure and I'm panicked, my brain does not function at all. So call outs never make any sense.
Okay, that makes
Um,
okay.
so
Give me some positives then.
that goes with dumb.
Jesus.
Okay,
Jeez.
positive. In regards to other people's mental health and well-being, I'm usually really positive and always there for people that need to just talk, get things off their mind. Um, I wish I could say that I'm the most positive person I know, but I'm not. Although I'm pretty goddamn positive for
Yeah.
the most part. Aside from that, I'm a really good cook.
There we go. Okay, so cooking, good helping people with like mental health or like just problems that they come up with, and the third one, Lewd as fuck.
Lewd as fuck.
There we go. Okay, lovely. Um, do you have a hero? So somebody you look up to, somebody who's like your idol, somebody you kind of base like your core values on, things like that. It can be an anime superhero if you really want.
No, fuck. To be honest, I don't really ever think about like a role model or anything, just because that ever since I've grew up as a child, I never had a role model. People always were more or less a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically would always just try to be the best that I could be. And I take things from people here and there as inspiration. For example, like Gordon Ramsay's, like, even though he's a celebrity chef, like his cooking, like his palate, his like how his brain works with food, like that's inspirational. But like with my morals and things like that, I've never had like one singular person that said, "Oh, he is my idol. I inspire to be like this person."
Yeah.
I kind of am just an amalgamation of me.
Yeah, just take little bits of the best things from other people. I like
Yep.
that. Somebody's saying, high stakes gaming. How do you like your steaks?
Medium rare at best. I actually can do black and blue, preferably when I cook it, and usually not at some random ass restaurant unless it's a really nice steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
But anything over medium rare for me, generally I don't like. However, I do make my own jerky, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's essentially like
Yeah, well
super
done.
well done, dried as fuck.
Okay, so on the topic of steaks, one more quick one. Keep it short and simple because I know you'll ramble on for 10 years. What
Mhm.
is the best or most expensive steak you've ever had?
Kobe beef.
Kobe beef. How much is that?
Well, it was a very small amount as part of a hotel room package in Kobe, Japan. It was about $300 a night, and it was like a bite or two of Kobe beef.
Ugh. And have you forever been chasing that delicious feeling? Is your
Every time I
like?
go to Japan, I get steaks there.
There you go. Um, I know the answer to this one, as you've just said, but we'll go through it. If money was no object and you just you didn't have any sort of like financial restraints, where would you live in the world and why?
Where would I live, Jord? Really? Okay.
I know,
Well,
but these
for the
guys
community.
don't. These
Yeah, yeah,
guys
yeah, yeah.
don't.
Well, for all the people who know me will know this answer, but if money wasn't an issue and I could live anywhere in the world, a couple of places would come to mind. First of all, California, where I currently live. Just having my own house out here would be amazing. California is nice because it's like a microcosm of everything, right? It has everything nearby, a bunch of different cultures, and everything mixed into one place. Problem is, it's super expensive.
Yeah.
Uh, the second place, which is really my number one place, would be Japan. Ultimately, the culinary scene in Japan is amazing. I'm into the Japanese culture and especially anime. Food out there is amazing, and just the convenience factor. Japan is super dense, and everything's kind of packed into like one small place. Tokyo would be nice, but Tokyo is a little busy. So I'd probably go someplace more like Osaka, which is less busy but still pretty busy.
Yeah. Nice one. Okay. Um, if you could change one thing about you or your life with like no conditions, just you can just change anything, whether it's something about you as a person, whether it's something about a situation or a place you're in your life, what would this one thing that you could change be and why?
The one thing I would change about my situation currently would either be to have a really nice paying job, as I am currently unemployed, or have my own house.
So you didn't have to pay rent. Pretty
Yeah,
good,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, I like it. Give me like one or two things that, like the first things that come to your mind. What grinds your gears? What just like really sets you off? Like if you see it, if something happens, like if you think back to the last few times you've been like really just pissed, what caused it?
Are we talking about in stream
No,
or in
anything in the
person?
world, anything in the world.
Fucking people who think they know it all,
Mm-hmm.
or people who always try to one up you.
Okay. What about in stream?
In stream, fucking backseat gamers.
I bet you get a lot of
Fucking
those with
hate
like
'em.
Genshin. You're playing through Genshin and people are just like, "Oh no, you should do this." And you're like, "Dude, I've played this game for a lot of hours. I know what I'm doing."
Well, it's not even that. It's just like, oh, that's not the current meta. Blah blah blah. I don't fucking care. Let me just have fun.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Um, so quickly, just go through like if like what games are you playing at the minute? So just go through like what's on your roster of games that you're playing. Like don't backdate it. You know, let's say like in the past, since New Year, what like games you've been playing?
Since New Year's. I beat Shenmue 3 since New Year's. I've been playing the Yakuza series. I'm waiting for a new uh the new remaster to come out on Steam. But Eternal Return, Escape from Tarkov. I still run Stream Raiders regularly. Um, I want to say those are the only real games that I've been playing that are kind of new.
Mm-hmm.
But I've cleared probably 5, 6 games in like the last 3 months.
Yeah,
So
just absolutely smashing it.
yeah, trying to go through my backlog.
Yeah. What is your ideal like day off? Like you've got no errands, you don't have to clean, you don't have to do anything. If you just had a perfect day off, what would it be?
Let's see, a perfect day off would be relaxing at home, uh, ordering something really delicious and not necessarily cheap. So I order a lot of food just because it's quick and easy. But like having a nice meal being delivered, so you can't really go out and eat. That'd be nice. And just being able to connect with all the other streamers that I'm friends with, and just
Mm-hmm.
relaxing and just networking, chatting, hanging out.
Like no pressure, just for fun, just
Yeah.
enjoy. Yeah.
Yep.
What kind of music do you like? Like, what's your like musical taste at the minute?
Ooh, so I do listen to a lot of like electronic, techno, older school stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of like J rock as well,
What's that?
Japanese rock.
Okay, I'll have to give that a listen. Don't think I've actually really heard any of that. Is it like K-pop but it's rock and
Yeah,
Japanese?
and yes, makes sense. Yes.
um, let me see. Do. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
So we're going with ice cream and not like sorbet, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
sorbet
not
is different.
sorbet. Sorbet's different.
Okay. Mm, it would be a tough choice between mint chocolate chip and like cherry burgundy or cherry vanilla.
Mint choc chips, so good.
It is.
I wonder. I think there's probably a lot of people who are into mint choc chip for sure. Mm-mm-mm.
It's just refreshing.
It's totes refreshing. Um, have you been binge watching any TV shows? And what have they been? Have you caught up on any TV shows that you think were good?
Honestly, I think the last thing I binge watched was Black Mirror season, whatever the fuck the last one was, but I haven't really watched any TV shows since.
Okay. If you could pick one TV show or movie or anime or anything that you would be able to physically force every person in the world to watch because you think it's so important or it's like so amazing that they have to watch it, what would it be?
Mm. So essentially, my favorite movie.
Essentially, but like it's not just like personally what your favorite is, because like your favorite movie might be something that's terrible and no one else would enjoy, so you wouldn't care if anyone else watched it, but something you think like you just think everyone needs to have seen this because like it's just so amazing.
I'll answer that, but to be fair, my favorite movie was something terrible, and people would hate watching, force people to watch
All right, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You would.
it. Let's see. Something. Okay, so not necessarily my favorite movie, but I feel like a movie that everyone should at least watch because I feel like everything from it, historically accurate, really good. Schindler's List, older movie, but it's an amazing movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And what would you say your favorite movie is of all
That one's really rough because I've seen so many different movies, but
time?
let's go animated with this one. Howl's Moving Castle is probably one of my favorite movies.
House Moving Castles.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Howls? Okay, I've never even heard of that. I'll have to take a deke and check it out. Got one more question, okay? Are you ready?
No, but when am I ever?
What is your go-to guilty pleasure?
Pre-COVID, it was all-you-can-eat buffets.
Okay.
Pre-COVID.
Do you mind what it is? What all you can eat buffet? Would you go for any all you can eat buffet, or is it like
Not necessarily. So in the Bay Area, the all-you-can-eat buffets that I would go to are either going to be all-you-can-eat sushi buffets, Brazilian barbecue, which is just basically meat on meat and more meat, or all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue. Those would be my go-to here. My favorite all-you-can-eat buffet to date has been in Japan. It's all-you-can-eat A5 steak.
oh my god. I mean, but surely there's only so much meat you can eat.
Yeah, and then you get what's called the meat sweats because you start
Mhm.
sweating after you eat so much meat. It kind of
Yeah.
just smell like steak. So,
Yeah. If only you had like a second pocket stomach that you could put things in for later.
if only I was a cow, had 4
Exactly.
stomachs.
Fill them all up.
Would that be cannibalism?
I mean, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, terrible.
Never mind.
Anyway, this was the community spotlight for High Stakes Gaming, guys. He's a beautiful man. He's been moderating the channel for a long time. He's been a close friend of mine for pretty much since we started streaming. He's awesome. I love you guys. If you have any questions for Stakes, feel free to ask him in chat and he'll answer anything you want to know. He's willing to get to know you better. You can get to know him better. Thank you for watching and have an amazing night.